Hi everyone, and welcome back to this Bedrock survival guide with me, JCB. We are going to be making some really useful but really simple farms today. First one's going to be a tree farm because look, I've been chopping wood over here and all this stuff, like it takes ages. It takes ages for these leaves to decay and for the stuff to drop off them. So we're going to set something up that's going to collect these and you know, save me some time. We're also going to be, in fact, if I got any wheat on me, maybe we can get this guy now. Hey, Mr. Cow. We're going to be breeding some cows today as well because they are very useful for food and also leather. And if we're going to be enchanting, I'm going to need lots and lots of books so that I can make bookshelves. Because that is how you can boost your enchanting table, is by surrounding it with bookshelves, and for that we need leather. Give me your skin. Did you hear him? He said no. Apple. And if we're going to be breeding cows, oh look, I've got far too much stuff here. Oh right, we don't need that. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, we're going to need lots of wheat for breeding cows. So the first thing we should do is set up a wheat farm. And for that, I'm going to need a couple of buckets because we need water to water the crops. Okay, so where am I going to put this? I think just out here is going to be absolutely fine for putting a wheat farm. So I'm just going to collect some water. Aha, I found water over there, all the way over there. So you'll notice that I've picked up 2 buckets. That's because what we can do is we can set up an infinite water source. And I just dig a little trench here, 3 blocks along. What we can do is put 1 bucket of water on that end, and then the other bucket of water on that end. Then this middle one becomes an infinite source of water. It's like magic it is. Right, crops. So let's place a bucket of water there. Then what'll happen is 4 blocks out from that water source will water the crops. Now let me just make sure that it is actually 4 because I can never remember. So if I do a 5th one there, they should dry up and they'll turn back to dirt. Let's just make sure that that's what happens and that I'm right. In fact, if we just do it in a square around this, we'll be able to see. So these farm areas here, these farm blocks here, these are getting watered. You can see that they're getting darker. That means that the water is reaching them. And there we go. These ones are drying out and they've turned back into regular dirt. That means that they are not receiving the water. Oh, and my hoe has just run out 2 blocks before I'd finished. And it's getting dark as well. So let's really, really quickly sleep. Oh wow, all my cobblestone is down in the mine. Oh my goodness. Right, so I've got a wooden hoe. There we go. Let's just fill them in. So what we'll end up with is the true shape of where the water will affect the crops. If I stand up here and just wait for a minute. There we go. Now, that's actually surprised me. I always expected that it would go in a bit of a diamond shape, but it's a square. So there we go. I learned something new today. So now what we can do is get our seeds. And if you don't have any seeds at all, what you can do is just punch some of this grass. And oh, there we go. We got some seeds. This is how we get wheat. If you want other crops like potatoes, carrots. Oh, look, we've got a llama. If you want things like potatoes and carrots, zombies will drop potatoes and sometimes carrots, I think. Beetroot can be found in villages, and is that all the crops? Oh, sugarcane. We need some sugarcane, but that can be found. That will naturally generate on the edges of rivers and things. We can go and get some of that in a little while too, because we're going to need that to make paper for books. Okay, so while we're waiting for that to grow, we can set up for cows actually. So I think I said that the first thing we were going to do is the tree farm, but no, we're going to do the cows next. So I need a few bits before we can go and collect the cows. Okay, so I'm going to need some of this wood that I've collected and these sticks. We're going to make some fence posts and we're going to make some trapdoors. So I'm going to just get lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of planks as a stack and a few more fence posts. And we're going to need some wool as well to make some carpet because we're not going to use a gate. We can actually use a bit of carpet on top of a fence post and we can jump over that instead of a gate, and then the animals won't escape. And that's amazing. Let's get, we need 5, but fine, we'll have 6. And I need some wool, so I'm going to make some shears. And we can actually do this just in our regular inventory screen. We don't need the crafting table. Oh, it's dark, it's dark, it's dark, it's dark. Put it back, put it back, put it back, put it back, put it back. I still haven't got armour. Okay, hopefully that spider isn't still grumpy. I can hear zombies dying. That's fine. We can outrun them. So where can we put this? Let's put it here. We're going to dig a bit of a pit first. So the hole just needs to be 3 by 3. And we're going to go down 4 blocks. Yeah, 4 blocks. And 4. Okay, then I can make a little trench to get out. I've got a crafting table on me. Now I can make one. I could just do with some ladders to get out as well. So I'm 4 blocks down. I've made a little trench here. I'm going to place the ladders, miss the gap at the bottom, and that way the cows can't climb the ladder, because yes, cows can climb ladders in Minecraft. How extraordinary. And then we're going to put dirt back on most of the blocks here, but I'm going to make like a little diamond shape there with that dirt and leave those holes there, and then with the trapdoors on where I've left the holes, I'm going to put trapdoors, and that way what we can do, oh zombie, trying to explain something here. So that way what happens is the adult cows that we have at the top there, we can breed those up and keep them. Those will be our breeding cows, and then we'll go down this little trench here into the pit, and we can hold the wheat in our hands and lure the baby cows through the gaps, and then they'll grow up to be adult cows, and we can get, you know, a few in here. You know, we don't have to kill them straight away, but all the baby cows will fall in there, grow up to be big cows, and then we can have lots and lots of steak and leather. Just grab my shears, find a sheep. I need some wool. There's a sheep. Carpet, woohoo! Get me fences. I think I've just realised that I don't have enough fences. No, do I? 1, 2, 3. Oh, look, I'm missing one. That's fine. I'm just going to do that for now. And if I put just, 1 block there, then the cows will follow me in, but they won't be able to get out again. But I will, because I'm going to put this carpet on there, and I can jump over that, but animals can't. Okay, so now we actually need a couple of cows. Oh, Minecraft gods, please grant me just 2 cows. Just 2. I just want 2. There's a cow, there's a cow. Woohoo! I've been waiting so long, it's about to get dark. Then he should be able to just walk around on there and not fall into them holes. Yep, yeah, he's good. Right, it still works. Yay! No, you're not a cow. No, no, go away. No, go away. Oh, those 2 cobwebs in that roof from a distance look like a cow. Cow, yay! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. We're gonna end up with a sheep in the cow pen, aren't we? Why is he spinning around every time he falls down a block? You don't? Why? Why does he do that? Oh, I didn't do it that time. Okay, it's not every time. That's it. Just 1 block. Ta-da! Oh. Okay, so I'm going to show you this working now with one little baby. But when he's fallen through. Oh, there he goes. Oh, I think he hurt himself. I'm just make sure that it wasn't too high and he's still alive. Get down the hole. Oh, there he is. But what I'm going to do first is just shut these trapdoors. Oh, the sheep's in there. I'm going to shut them trapdoors because I want to get a couple more cows in there as the main, you know, breeding cows. But I have to wait now because I can't breed them again for a little while. Sheep, you're in the wrong place. And then when we've got maybe 4, maybe 6 in there, I'll open the trapdoors again, and then we'll get like 3 babies at a time, and we'll get this pit nice and full of cows, so we can get leather and all that good stuff that cows give you. Oh, we can even get milk, but not from you, can we? Hey, Mr. Cow. Look, you can milk the cows. I've got milk. So milk is really, really useful for getting rid of enchantments. So if you've got a bad enchantment like the wither effect or poison or anything like that, you can drink a bucket of milk and that will get rid of that enchantment. But it also gets rid of any good enchantments too, so don't be wasting your potions. Awesome. Okay, when those 2 babies are grown up, we can open the trapdoors. We've got plenty in there now, so I could get rid of this block. Don't want anything else wandering in there. Sugarcane. I need some sugarcane. I spy it. Not too far from the base. Ta-da! So for sugarcane, we do need a trench because you can only plant the sugarcane next to a water source. You can plant it on dirt or on sand, but yeah, you can't if there's no block of water next to that block, you can't plant it. So that'll do. We can extend this once we get a bit more growing. We can extend this and we'll have plenty of stuff. So we've got leather, we've got paper, we've got wheat to breed the cows. We can get on and build the tree farm. Okay, so we're going to need a few things for this. We're going to need some chests, and in fact I might just make a couple more because I could put those next to the other farms that we've just made. We're going to need some iron, and that's because we want to make some of these, and these are called hoppers. And what these do, these will, if an item goes over the top of it, it will fall in, and you can then direct that into a chest. So I think I just need one of these for now, but we'll make a couple because they're always useful later on. We're also going to need some signs. Now, do I just need signs? I can use signs or I can use gates. And gates actually use less wood. So let's make some gates. There we go. Let's just organise this stuff so I know what I'm getting. I'm going to need some dirt to plant the trees on. I'm going to need some saplings. I'm going to need some blocks to sort of hold everything in place, so we'll get some more planks because that's an efficient use of the wood at the moment, and we're going to need some torches. I think that's everything. Oh, I tell you what else we'll need some slabs. So how many are we going to do? We'll do so that we can do 12 trees at a time, and I'll show you what we can do with this. So the next thing is, once again, find somewhere that you're happy to put this. Now this is going to be quite a big farm considering how early in the game it is. So we can maybe just clear these trees and put it here. I'll need an area that's about 9 blocks wide and about 14 blocks long. Here we go then. We've got plenty of space to put this farm. So I'm going to start off by, I've dug down by 1 block and put a double chest just sort of set into the ground there. Then what I'm going to do is get the hoppers, come to the back of the chest, and I need to crouch and then place that hopper into the back of that chest. And the reason we need to place it into the back of the chest like that and crouch, 1, so that we don't open the chest, and 2, so that we make sure that the tail on that hopper is actually facing into the chest. I've been to get some cobble as well because we're going to have to raise a platform here, and you'll see why. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 on either side of that hopper, and then leaving this as a trench in the middle, we're going to come lengthways by 14 blocks. So counting that as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And that's why the dirt was there. That was marking where I need to be. Then do the same on each side, so you've got this trench running through the middle. So what we can do is count 8 blocks away from the hopper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then on that 9th block, raise the trench by 1 block. So what will happen then, if I block off the sides here and the back, so then we've got like a staggered trench. When the water falls down this block, this starts again as if it's a new water source. So let's just show that, and that should go nicely to the end. Perfect. So I've raised the size of the trench by 1 block all the way to the end, because when we come out on this side, we want everything to be level. Now, I know at the moment it's just a great big cobblestone monstrosity, but we are going to just border this as well with a bit of wood, and hopefully it's not going to look too horrendous. So coming out by 4 blocks on each side of that trench, and we can do the same on the other side. And it's getting dark, so I need to sleep. And there we go. Now we've got like a big collection tray just here. Now the other thing that we need to do is put some gates all along the top of this trench, and they're going to sort of be floating. So I probably want to just get rid of that for now. Just get rid of the water for now, and just place some temporary blocks, something easy to get rid of, like some dirt, all the way along there. Then I can get my gates, place them there, and then get rid of the dirt afterwards. And then all of these gates want to actually be open so that things can pass through them. And then lastly, we can just get rid of those dirt blocks and put the water back. Now, so that this doesn't look completely horrendous, I'm just going to trim this whole thing with some wood planks, because there's nothing I dislike more than just great big blocks of cobblestone. There we go. I'm going to leave a gap over there. I could put some stairs there actually. So if I get myself a crafting table and just make a couple of plank stairs. The reason is you need to be able to open this chest, but we want to block off this end so that the items don't fly off the end and out here. We want them to actually go in the hopper. But if I put a solid block above that chest, one, I'm not going to be able to see it, and also you can't open the chest with a solid block above it. So we can actually put some stairs above there, upside down, and I can see the chest and it will open. And all the items will go in it. Ta-da! So I'm going to use the wood stairs again to create a bit of a lip around the edge of the, well, we'll call it a basin, I suppose. And that's going to keep the water in, because we're going to create more water streams flowing into that trench. And need something to stop the water flowing off the edge. And now I can just use the solid blocks, but having the stairs there just gives it a little bit of shape, so we're not having huge great big squares everywhere. So start as we mean to go on. I want things to look nice. We don't have many resources right now. That doesn't mean I can't do something a little bit interesting with these early game builds, even if it is just using stairs instead of a solid block. So I need to go get more water buckets, and I also just want to create a little way to get up there, because we're going to need to be able to get up here to actually chop the wood. Oh no, it's raining. Now that kind of blends in there, and I'm not going to be able to see it each time, so I wonder if we just go and get some birch wood. I can't stay out here too long because I think we'll probably end up with monsters, but if I just come and get some birch wood and just use a different colour wood, I'll be able to see my stairs. So that all of these stairs are all birch stairs. Yay! Now I can see my stairs. Ta-da! Let's go see if we can sleep, because I'm not I'm not too keen on being out here right now. That's better. I don't like working in the rain. It's gross. So I've got my 2 buckets of water again, same as when we made the infinite water source, and we're going to create water sources all the way along those outer edges on both sides, and they're going to push any of the items from the leaves along to the middle. These gates will actually stop this water stream, so if I just place one there, oh no, I've waterlogged the stairs. put it there, you'll see the gates stop that water stream there and the items will just fall off. And then leave a gap and place another one, and then this middle one here becomes an actual water source. So I can then take that water, skip one again, and then the middle one is an infinite water source, skip one again, infinite water source, and do that all the way along the edge. And then when you've done that side, you can take that over to the other side and do the exact same thing. The only bit I'm a little bit concerned about is this bit where the water source starts for that centre bit. So if I just chuck a couple of things there, we'll see, does that work? Yes, it does. Yay! And there they go into the hopper. So the last thing we're going to do, I'm going to crouch and I'm going to place a dirt block on top of the second gate in. Now, we might end up losing some stuff at the end, so if you really want to, you can start 2 blocks in, but I'd rather have more trees, and we'll be getting plenty of stuff from these sides. And we're going to place dirt blocks all the way along. There'll be 12 in total, and we're just going to plonk them on top of the gates, and this is where we're going to plant our saplings. Right, we don't need that one. Trees will also need light, so on the edge of these blocks, and if you crouch, we won't fall off the edge of this block, so we can just put torches all the way along there. Probably don't need as many as this, but nothing if not one for overkill. And then we know we've got plenty of light for the trees to grow, and then we can just plant these trees all the way along here. Oh, wait, before I do that, because I'm planting oak trees, I don't want to be getting those great big monster trees, so I need to do something to just stop that happening. So I'm going to come up another 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then on top of that 7th block, I'm going to start with a slab, and this is going to be a bottom slab. So if you look at, let me just say, for example, if you look at a block, you can either put a slab on the bottom of a block, or you can put it on the top of a block. So when I start referring to bottom slabs and top slabs, that is what I'm talking about. So we're going to do a row of bottom slabs along here, and that should stop the oak trees from turning into them great big monster trees. Wow, it's really starting to get dangerous around here. I'm gonna have to think about better defenses next episode. But for now, we've got renewable sources of food. We've got renewable and easy to collect sources of wood. Let's just plant my saplings again. I'm stuck. Oh no, I'm stuck. Oh, it's because, oh no, don't get trapped underneath. Oh, what an idiot. Let me out. Okay, try again. And put the torches back. I wonder how much stuff is in that chest now, all the stuff that I've dropped. So all I need to do now is wait for the wheat to grow. And in fact, most of that is ready to harvest now. Wait for my sugarcane to grow. Wait for my cows to grow up. In fact, I can put a chest next to each of these just so that it separates it, and it's easy to manage the items that are coming out of there. And once these have been going for a while, I'll come back to you. And we're back. I've been breeding the cows. I've been harvesting the wheat. We've got quite a lot of food going on. Also, I fought a drowned, and he dropped this amazing sword. So, well, it's amazing for early on in the game. If I use it, it's got fire aspect on it, and if I use it to kill my cows, they should drop me a load of cooked beef instead of having to go and cook it on the campfires. There we go, look, it's cooked for me. That's great. So we've got lots of leather. We've got 30 leather so far. I think I might have some more somewhere. Got plenty of cooked beef. That's from before. And then up here I've extended the water trench on the sugarcane patch here. That should be completely surrounded now. Yay! And as I've been harvesting the wheat, you get more seeds usually than what you've harvested. So, oops, there's a tortoise. You end up being able to fill the whole of your field with the crop that you've been harvesting. There we go. Then I can go and put any excess into a composter, and that will eventually, if I use some of the wheat actually, that will eventually give me bone meal, which I can use to fertilise my crops. And in Bedrock, you can actually bone meal the sugarcane. So we have a way of making things go a little bit faster. Then I can just feed up more cows, lower the babies down the bottom again. And you can spend a little bit of time doing this, and you'll end up with a good collection of resources. And yeah, you can get pretty well established in a short space of time. Can't we? Yes, we can. Now, the tree farm isn't growing trees as fast as I would like. I'm wondering if that's because I've kind of come over into the savanna biome. I'm wondering if that affects the rate that trees grow. But as these are oak trees, these should grow side by side. You should get a nice block of oak logs there, and you just go along with your axe and just harvest it all. And I have been doing that, and we are getting stuff. Oh, I chucked a load of stuff in here earlier. We are getting stuff being collected, so that is working, albeit a little bit more slowly than I would like. But that's fine. We can live with that for now. It's still early game. Let's top up this. Let's get some more bits and pieces. But guys, that is all I've got time for this episode. If you did enjoy it, if you found it useful, please remember to smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe and press the bell button for all notifications of future videos. And make sure you're checking down in the description for all the social media links like Facebook and Discord and Twitter. Come and follow me, come say hi. I'd love to hear from people who enjoy the content. And until the next episode, guys, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.